Hey, good morning. Hope everybody's doing good. Uh, I had an appointment with the doctors this morning, and everything's getting ready to go down here in a few days and have the surgery. Um, I didn't make a video for a couple days. I was totally wiped out Friday and Saturday. I spent with family and friends, just having good activity time. Uh, a friend of mine who's a music producer and recording artist and runs a recording studio was up. So me, him, and a couple other brothers got together and jammed out and watched them jam out. It was great. Um, I love spending time with my brothers, and these are brothers from another mother. I have a little brother. He's great too. He's an engineer, good kid. Um, so as far as the surgery or the stuff with the weekend, I didn't make a video for 2 days because I was really wiped out. After the weekend, I spent Saturday at Crab Fest with my girlfriend and our brothers and sisters. Actually, my girlfriend's brother and sisters, but we're all tight. We're family, and it was nice. We got a chance to all hang out for a bit and enjoy Crab Fest. It's like a huge giant flea market in Warrens, Wisconsin every year. But that laid me up for 2 days. Sunday, Monday, I was wrecked. Um, just had no energy, coughing up a lot of phlegm. The activity felt good though. So I mean, if you're ever in the spot, don't just lay around. Keep moving, even though you might have to take a day or two to recuperate. It's the best advice I can give. Um, my meeting today was to, talk about the hospital stay, which will be about a week long. And I don't know how I'm gonna do videos there. Maybe I can bring my laptop and set it up in the hospital so I can do my daily updates. I'm not going to be able to talk for a few days. So I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do that. It might just be me popping on the camera and showing you what everything looks like. And I don't know if I'm going to get my girlfriend to explain things or maybe one of my children. We'll see how that goes. Uh, I'd like to thank people who have been very supportive. Um, some of the people of you that have prayed and commented in the comments. Uh, some of you said some really nice things and had some nice prayers. Thank you. I guess that'll bring me to where I've got to address in my video uh, titled KAG. It's KAG something. I forget the title right now. And I guess here, let me look it up. So if any of you decide to look it up and see the comments, um, one of them was by a guy I've known for a long time, consider him a brother, I love him still, even though his comments are what they are, that's his reality, that's how he feels. Um, my daughters didn't take too kindly to it, so they told him about his situation, and yeah, it's a bunch of drama. My daughters weren't wrong. They were very right. Unfortunately, truth hurts people sometimes. KAG Sunday, KAG Sunday was the title of the video. And the comments went nuts. My buddy, who is very misinformed, let me say that, and doesn't help when you have a woman in your ear. That's not good for you, let me say that. I'm trying to be polite here and keep it somewhat family friendly. Yeah, Charlie Kirk was a good guy, and if you don't like that, I don't care if you unsubscribe from here or whatever. I will not condemn good people or talk bad about good people. Charlie Kirk was a good man, had a good message, and unfortunately, the guy that responded in my comments has never listened to the guy, just knows what people say about him, meaning his woman who married him for legal status and a paycheck. My daughters gave a very detailed explanation of that in the comments. And like I say, I have no animosity towards the guy. I pray for him. If your heart won't let you look things up and you trust what other people say and not what you hear, then there's not much to say on that. It is what it is. And it's sad. I take time to listen to both sides and I make my decisions from there. I've never been a card carrying Democrat, never been a card carrying Republican. I definitely lean conservative. I definitely support the Trump presidency. The guy is doing a phenomenal job. In spite of everything he's facing, we have a lot of issues in this country. We don't talk about things. One side completely mentally ill and won't have a conversation unless you accept their mental illness. And that's something that I myself I won't do. And I don't capitulate to mental illness. There's no time for lying in life as far as I'm concerned. Have we all done things in life? Do we learn along the way? Sure. And just because your child might do one thing doesn't make everything else not real, doesn't make what God said real. And myself, I do not judge. I do not care. I don't care who you sleep with or none of that shit. That's your fucking business. And you're right. As long as you're hurting nobody, I really don't care. I really don't. As long as you're not hurting anybody. As far as illegal aliens, we have a door. Knock at the door. Please come in the right way. Is the immigration system screwed? Yes, it is very fucked. And does it take a long time for people to get citizenship the right way? Yes, in a lot of cases it does, but that's the system we got, and that's the system we should use. Following the laws. We have laws for a reason. some of them stupid, some of them there. Immigration laws, I very much agree with, and as far as I'm concerned, they're way too lenient. Uh, you can't just have a mass of people coming over like we did under Obama and under Biden. We don't have the infrastructure to support it. That's why we need legal immigration, not illegal. We need to build for who is coming, not have tenement third world cities like we have going on in Democrat run shitholes. Sorry, that's not it's not sustainable doing it that way. And we're seeing how it creates chaos. So we have to clean that mess up. Hang on a second here. Hello. How you doing? Doing okay. That was my brother. I haven't been able to go see him the last couple days, and today I got to stay home and rest one more day just to make sure I got my energy back up. But tomorrow mid morning, afternoon, I'll go see my brother and see my adopted grandchildren. They they're amazing, and they help keep the energy going through this time of dealing with the illness, and they just bring so much joy and happiness. Uh, they keep me going. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't do the surgery. I love the children, and my children, the grandchildren, adopted children, the family. I love them all. Uh, and that's why I'm choosing to stay and do the surgery. If I don't, I wouldn't. I might make it to next spring, and that'd be the end of the road. If I didn't have a family ahead, I'd be okay with. I've lived a full life, very colorful life. It's taken me to many places. It's taken me out of the country, taken me to prison. That was due to love of drugs and alcohol that got me in prison. And if anybody ever asks questions about that, I'd be more than happy to talk about that. I don't glorify my prison time. I learned a lot from it. And also, I grew up because of it. Uh, Came out of there with a straight nose and still got my teeth, even though they might be ugly. And my culo stayed intact. Uh, Not that there anybody ever tried anything. Maybe that says I'm not such an attractive guy. Nobody tried to rape me in prison. Hello. Sorry, prison humor there. Uh, but I overcame these things. I'm on my third house, and life has been very good to me. I mean, I have a decent video, I have a decent sized property. And, it's with family and friends. It's a nice little part of paradise. Uh, and so it's cancer just the next part of the journey. And like I say, if it wasn't for family and friends, I'd probably just cash in my chips and go to heaven. But looking at family and friends, that reminds me that if I did that, there'd be tantamount to suicide. And that's the sin in God's eyes, so we can't do that. So we gotta take surgery and keep moving forward. Um, and yes, I bring up God, and yes, I'm very much, very much a Christian, very much love Jesus and God. I even this, I look at it as a blessing. Uh, it's gotten family around some good, and like the guy's explaining in the comments, my brother, how some people have other agendas. It's not my brother's agenda, like I stated. Some men have a bad woman in the ear. And to any guys listening, or any women, make sure your partner compliments you. Make sure it's not a one-sided thing. It's the best advice I can give in life. Uh, Not that I'm a perfect guy. I have 2 divorces, lots of ex-girlfriends, and I definitely wasn't a saint along the way. Um, if anybody ever has questions about that, please ask. And maybe I'll make videos about that some days. Uh, and if anybody, any questions about my life, how I got to where I am at, please ask. Uh, Thank you, whoever joined and is watching right now. I appreciate your support. And if you have any questions about cancer or anything else that I've brought up, please feel free to ask in the comments section. Um, I have it set up so if anybody does type in anything, I can answer them. Getting towards my surgery, going in a few days. I don't want to give the exact date or the exact location, but I'll be going in. They will cut out my voice box. From there, they'll put in a stoma. I'll have a feeding tube until I can start getting food down my throat again. The stoma will create an airway for me to speak and a area for me to breathe. Sorry it's taking a little bit to explain these things. The longer I talk, the less air I have. So going into 18 minutes, I'm starting to feel it. So once that's all done, I'll spend a week in the hospital recovering. During that time, they will start teaching me how to speak with the speech therapist. They'll also be teaching me how to eat again because with the surgery, my throat's going to be all changed. So I'm going to, from what I understand, I'll have to let food just kind of slide down. So I'll probably be on a soft food diet for a while. Which it is what it is. You gotta do what you gotta do to survive. The talking, they said I should within a week to 2 weeks of surgery, I should be able to talk about as well as I do now. I'll have a button right here that I'll have to push. I'm getting to keep most of my beard, so my vanity end is happy about that because it shouldn't take long before this area is totally covered by my beard. Again, that's just simple vanity. Um, I try to think of more. I won't be able to swim. I know I've stated this in past videos. Um, my shower, I'll have to have a cap covering the stoma because even something as simple as a shower could drown me after the surgery. Uh, if I go fishing or boating, it will have to be on a pontoon. And that it'll be a big change in my activities and what I do. I'm getting pretty winded, so I'm gonna end this for today. Uh, I want to say thank you to the person that joined, and thank you to anybody who ends up watching this video. I hope people find it informative and helpful. And God bless. Have a great day. And I really do hope some kind of way I could reach out and help others through my experience. Uh, please feel free to put comments in there so I can answer them. Uh, even if it's now in the live stream. When you see the video, put it in the comments. If I get a chance, I'll address them in the comments. Or if not, I'll make a video about it. And it doesn't have to always be like about something like earlier that I addressed. I'd like to address positive things too. And hopefully positively affect others' lives. Thank you. God bless. Have a great day.